Hey everybody, it's Uncle Stinky here on Nikita. We are in the boatyard. This is day 10 of the bottom paint that we're doing to Nikita. This is how close we are to the action. It dawned on me that I need to do a boat tour. I'll take you through all the different parts of the boat. We are on a 2001 Leopard 4200. This is the Leopard 42 catamaran before it became the L43 in 2004 to 2008. This is the 2001 to 2004 model. This is hull number 11. This boat has two Yanmar 39 horsepower engines and shaft drives. That was the main reason that I bought this boat. Let's go, I'll show you around. All right, so the very first thing I had to do was fix this dinghy mount. The original mount hinged across the walkway. So to get through, you had to kind of step over the arch, and it was a bad design. So I decided instead to build it into a fixed bridge like this, and now, just like this, we can walk straight across the back. Here's the dinghy engine. It's a disgustingly disguised Yamaha 15 horsepower 4-stroke. I just changed the fuel filter, oil, brand new hinge pin, and a new tilt mechanism, a new kill switch, and all I gotta do is clean the carbs. So let's go on inside. You've seen this boat before or something similar. The Winds had a 43, an L43, an owner's version. This is the charter version. Mind you, we're in the boatyard, so the tools are out. We have the top loading fridge freezer, DC powered, Force 10, propane. Here's a really cool idea. I hated this Salon table until I did this. See the solution? Let me show you how it works. You have all this room to walk around, because when we're at anchor or in a marina and the boat's not moving, the entire room can change with just sliding the table out of the way and moving the walkway to the front. Bring it all the way back here, and now you've got a big giant couch you can walk all the way around. I can just push it out of the way, sit down, and I've got all my room, everything I need. That was a big addition. Everyone compliments us on these dollar store bins. I have no idea why everyone thinks those are so great, but look, here's some more. Oh, more dollar store bins, and they're all gray and they match. I don't know why that matters, but to people it does. Let's take you through the boat. Let's go in here. Here's one of them. Okay, so they have the 4-peak up there. We've got it just stored with supplies. That's our Walmart on this side. I built a cedar frame under the beds, and I'll show you why in the other cabin. 4 cabins, 4 heads. We had to replace that one. There wasn't one there when we bought the boat, but there's one there now. In here are 3 lead acid batteries and a whole bunch of solar MPPTs that I've installed that are not yet hooked up. Here's another cabin. Let's go down here. This is the starboard aft cabin with the squeaky floor still. And once again, it's got the nice head. These are wet heads in this boat, which I have absolutely no problem with whatsoever, as long as I get my straight shafts. I don't have to deal with sail drives. I would prefer to take a shower in a wet head before I'd like to change the oil on a sail drive. Let's head over to the other hull. So here's the cedar frame in a different position. What we have here is underneath these berths is this cavern storage space, but to get to it you got to take the whole bed apart. So instead, oh god, if you could smell it, it smells so good. This is cedar. I built this frame, the cedar frame, and when you need to clean or condensation builds up under the mattress or you just want to air it all out, you can just very simply pop the mattress up and air it out. And that's what the cabin looks like. So I got some screens on these port lights now. That Jabsco is a pump Jabsco with a leak in it. So I haven't been able to work on it, and because this holding tank through hole was also having a problem. So this whole hull is now open for work now that I've done the through holes and done the bottom paint. So let's go back to cabin 4. And again, we're in the boatyard and we're doing work. So engines are open. This one is. Let me look in here real quick. This is our fridge, our freezer. This is our external freezer full of fish. And this is like our storage area. We kind of changed this one into a shower. If we want to take a hot shower, we got everything right here to circle it around and make this one the wet head. And once again, let me get some lights. Here we are. Nikita 2001 Leopard 4200 has 2 Yanmar 39 horsepower 3 series engines. These engines have 8,200 hours on them. Cleaned up all the wiring. I changed an impeller and changed some oil, changed some fluids, changed some filters, cleaned things up, flushed them with Barnacle Buster. Oh my god, I love this stuff. This video has been sponsored by Barnacle Buster. You want to blow it out your ass? Barnacle busted. Don't listen to Uncle Stinky. Uncle Stinky's only making jokes. These are not real ads. Let's take you outside. It's a little windy out here today. It's probably not the best day to do a boat tour, but I think you're going to be able to hear the difference in the squeak when I jump on the trampoline. I changed the lines on this one, but I didn't change the lines on that one. So this one is rather quiet, and this one you can tell the difference. So here we are up on the bow. We've got a really old anchor, needs to be replaced. Beautiful bridle though, I must say. And if you've seen these boats before, you'll know what's in here. This is storage, sail storage, fenders, lines, and the water tanks, hundreds of gallons. Right? And you've seen this before on these boats. There's our windlass and our washdown hose. Okay. Now, it's a little howly up here, but I'll take you up to the best part of this boat. When this boat was built, it was built with a canvas cover over the cockpit. Someone along in his lifetime put this hardtop on, and I'm going to show you. This is not a factory hardtop. This has been added after. So knowing I had something strong enough that I could stand on and walk on, so that I can access the mainsail. How else would you be able to zip that? It's kind of windy up here, but let me take you to the other side and I'll show you some solar panels. So I took off the original solar panels. They were old and small and not wired properly. So basically I'm going to clean the whole solar thing up. I ran all new wires and I put in these 2 410 watt Kyocera's. That's 820 watts here on the hardtop, and when I put the solar arch in over the dinghy davits, there's going to be 4 more exactly the same, so we're going to have 6 410s. We're in the starboard sugar scoop, and in here I have hidden a next gen 3.5 generator. And let's go over to the other sugar scoop. I had an old water maker in this sugar scoop on a shelf, and I took it out and gave it away. I'll put a brand new water maker in there, and that's where it'll sit. But for now, this sugar scoop lazarette is just storage. Oh, there's the refrigerator. And I have a spare transmission. Why? Every boat has to have another transmission just in case you need to take it apart and see how things work. But I have one, and there it is. And finally, we're here at the helm. I built myself a little step so that I can see all the way out there. We're fully Garmin here. We've got an old chart plotter. We've got the wind instruments and the autopilot over here, radio, engines. Right now, Nikita is on the hard in Scorpion Marine in Port Canaveral Marina here, and that gives us a chance to take you underneath and show you my favorite parts. So I just put prop speed on the props, brand new zincs. I changed out all 14 underwater through holes. There's discharge, AC salt flush. And then I took a polishing pad, a coarse blue polishing pad, and compounding, not like a wax, but like a compound, and I ran it over this, and all that gel coat came out so clean. It's so different. When you see, this is the part I haven't done yet, and how rough and dirty it is. The whole boat's coming clean. I'm gonna show you the good part. And there were some stains that weren't coming clean with the polishing, so I had to use 1500. And you can see they're coming off. A little more time on it, but look at this side. I like that. This scares me though. Bro, well, you couldn't park this anyplace else? Oh, you're putting a boat in tomorrow. So I'm just in your way is what you're saying. All right, I got you. When we pulled the boat out, we noticed there was a drip coming out of the sacrificial keel. There was a crack here in the bottom of the keel, so water was getting in. And so we ground it all out, filled it with filler, and then we put this patch on. So we're gonna come in and clean that up probably tomorrow and get this boat back in the water. Oh my God, I'm too old to bend over like this. Uncle Stinky. All right. Oh, Uncle Stinky, your prop is so shiny. Oh. We'll take a little break from yard work to tell you about the sponsor of today's video. Have you ever wanted a wakeboard behind your catamaran? Maybe bump it up to 41 miles an hour and pull your barefoot friends with you? You just can't get that kind of speed out of your sailboat? Then you need prop speed. I read about this stuff on interwebs. Let me teach you a little bit about the parts of prop speed. This is the stuff I think you put onto the hull and makes it slippery. I think this is what you pour into your engine and it makes it more powerful. This one I think you spread on your barefoot and it helps you stand up on the water. The one thing they tell you all the time, you have to read these directions or else you're not going to get your catamaran up to 41 miles an hour. If you need more speed out of your prop, then you need prop speed. Indeed. Good thing these go underwater. We're here in the boatyard. We got a couple more days left and then that big girl is going back in the water. We got just a little bit more to clean up and we're on our way back to Dunsville. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey kids, it's Uncle Stinky, and I'm here to tell you a story because I like telling stories. My time in the boatyard was busy. I didn't roll video on me scrubbing or pulling hoses or cleaning things. I just did the work to try to keep the price down because it's expensive here. But I figured Uncle Stinky would tell you the one story about a hose that I struggled with. Sit down, get some popcorn, because this gets really good. It was the last hose to attach to the brand new through hulls. It was the large holding tank discharge line. There was plenty of length on this big fat old black discharge hose, and a new one is expensive. This one still had plenty of life left in it, I figured, because the sister hose on the other hull went right on, no problem. Not this one. At 10 a.m. we began the struggle. I had to reach both arms down into the step just to grab the hose, and then I had to pull with all my might to get it to fit on the valve. It wasn't easy. I had weapons. Some backfired on me. The heat gun did a great job of softening the hard black rubber discharge hose, but I learned that heating up this particular hose blew a specific smell right into my face. There was no way around the smell. I needed to bring the heat. I tried it for an hour with the heat gun on low, but no matter how hard I pulled, I never got the hose more than 1/3 of the way onto the valve. I needed lubrication. The next hour of struggle involved dish soap, generously applied with these 2 fingers into the 2-inch black rubber discharge hose. Used discharge hose. I'm gonna get through this without puking. I noticed the hose was warm, but it wasn't hot. The next hour of the war involved the heat gun on high, tripping the breakers, running extension cords to other power poles, more heat gun on high. Oh my God, the smell went up to 14. I was sweating, I was swearing, but I was determined. I grabbed that big, hot, now flexible yet searing hot discharge hose with both hands, pressed my face against the step. I burned my hands. Sweat got in my eyes. I knocked my glasses off. I pulled with all my might. Then I wiggled it in circles, and holy, that smell! And when I finally checked, the hose was about 1/3 of the way on. I fell backwards and passed out in a puddle of my own sweat, being careful not to burn myself on the cherry hot red heat gun. When I woke up, I had dreamed up the answer. Maybe it was the fumes that got me high, but I knew just what to do. In case you ever take this test, this disgusting, blistering, uncomfortable, face-pressing, hand-burning fart rocket of a hose connection, this is the answer on that test. Use a ratchet strap. Use a ratchet strap. Just like that. Clickety, clickety, click, hose goes on, glue, stop, everything's good, done. Move on, other things to do. You're in a boatyard, it's costing you money. I got a confession to make because I did a stupid thing. There were a lot of hose clamps to take care of, and they were different sizes, so sometimes I would use a ratchet, and sometimes I would use the flathead screwdriver. So by going back and forth, I was so tired. At one point, I checked to see if my screwdriver switch was in the tighten or loosen position. I caught myself doing that. I was pretty tired. Then I stood up and hurt my back, and now I'm going to do all the rest of these videos sitting down. Okay kids, this is Uncle Stinky. Hope to see you soon. Come on down and see Nikita. I gave you the boat tour and I told you a funny story. That's all you need to know. Get your ass over here. See you next time. Uncle Stinky out.